You ain't got no mods. I don't know what you're doing here. Nothing going on with the mods. Bad mods. That is atrocious. Fix your mods. Well, greetings and hello there, everybody. It's me, your beloved Star Wars dad, Nooch Too Good. And as you just saw from the montage right there, so many of you guys have really not great mods or bad mods in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and it is one of the most important things you can do for your roster for all game modes: Grand Arena, Territory Wars, Territory Battles, anything else, Galactic Challenges, Conquest, any of it. You've got to have good mods in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes to move your roster forward. We're going to focus on this on the channel here for a short time being to update all of our previous content. And today we're looking at how to improve your mods, or what you can do to improve your mods in 2025. And we're going to take a look at the process for this and everything that goes along with it. But I want to get one message out there before we really dive into the places you can go and the different things you can do in the game to improve your mods. And that is grind. You cannot. The character grind is natural in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. The gear grind is next to natural in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Datacron farming is not natural. You got to go out of your way to do it. The mod grind is somewhere in between those places, right? It's probably actually, I'm going to say it's the biggest grind of the game. I'm going to back up there. You have to purposely and with intended goals and ideas set time aside out of your gaming time to grind and work your mods. You've got to manage your mods. You've got to come in here and filter your mods. You can build these defaults here where you just filter out whatever's on your roster that fits into those mods. You've got to sell the stuff that doesn't fit in. You can go check out my Mods 101 video, which I'm about to redo here on the channel to give you guys something new and updated for 2025. Mods 101. Check it out. It's going to go through all the details of how you can grind through these mods and work them and upgrade them and slice them and dice them and take a 4-speed mod and upgrade it to level 12 to see if you get another speed roll on it, which I may have or may have not because I've got it filtered out here. Anyway, you've got to be working your mods. You've got to take let me get rid of this filter, reset to default, unassigned mods. You've got to go through and on a consistent basis, once or twice a month, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, just depending on your activity and where you're sitting in the game at the moment. You've got to go through and work in this mods menu to improve your mods, to see what you've got for mods, what needs work, what here you can upgrade and slice to see if you can get better speed like I just did, because that's how my videos work. When I need to roll speed on a mod, I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it right there. I'm not gonna roll it again because I'm not gonna roll speed again. To get the most speed and best work on your mods, guys and gals, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there is no alternative. There is no better path. There is no other way to work on your mods than to grind. It's like people say about rebounding in basketball. Rebounding is all about technique and effort. Modding is all about technique and effort. You've got to work at it. You've got to put in the time. You've got to dedicate yourself to working on your mods. The next thing we'll look at here in the Star Wars Galaxy Heroes is you really need to track your progress. Like, are your mods progressing? Are you looking better than they were in the past? What do your mods look like as you grind your mods and work through them? Are you paying attention to what they look like? And you guys saw at the beginning here, let me flip over to this, to my spreadsheet. You guys saw in the opening montage, and if you pay attention to any of my streams, you've seen this spreadsheet, this graph I've got in the spreadsheet of mod scores. And we'll talk about mod scores in a second. But you can see, everybody, all you guys, you're all just, this line makes so much sense. People down here are just languishing at the bottom of mods when people are up here are thriving as their mods dominate their opponents in Grand Arena, do great things for them in all game modes. You can measure yourself on this graph. I published a copy of this graph in my Discord, so you can go and pull your mod score. You can pull your mod score for yourself in my Discord, see what it is, compare it against the graph, and see how you're doing. How do you do that? I got a video on that. We'll pin that right now for you, the video about how to improve your mod scores. Now let me give you an example on my account. Let me go back over here. Here is my we gotta get rid of this here. Here is when I started first trying to take a look at my mod scores back. It was about 9 or 10 months ago. We really started thinking about mod scores here on the channel. And I pulled my mod score. It was 3.78 and 5.88. That means, and we're going up the omega there at the top. So 3.78 it was my base mod score for all my mods, and 5.78 for my top 110 mods. And I believe these are only ones that are applied to your characters. What this measures is primarily mods that are 6 dot, which you can see all in the gold lines over there, and mods that are 15 speed and more. That's the primary measurement. It's not the 100% formula for it, to my understanding, but it's been a really good measurement, and it's been a really good way for people to just overall look at your overall mod health in your game and how you're doing. So let's keep those numbers in mind. 3.78 and 5.88 for me about 9 months ago in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. What are my mods looking at like right now? That's the mod score I just pulled today. 5.01 and 8.9 for my top 110 mods. That is a huge improvement. I've actually improved my top 110 mods by 3 on my mod score. And if you look at the number of mods there on the original mods, I had 28, starting at 15 speed and 6 dot, right? 28, 20, 19, 13, 11, 8. Now I'm at 15 speed, 32, 29, 24, 21, 16, 14. I'm just adding more mods with more speed and more 6 dot mods. That's how we're improving our mod scores in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, and that's how you can look and measure. Look at my 23 speed mods. It went from 12 all the way up to 21. I don't know why I'm rolling so many 23s, but I am. Boys, girls, ladies, and gentlemen, you can track your progress on your mod scores in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes, and it's a really important part of your progress to understand where you are with your mod scores. Track your progress. Next up, a great way to improve your mods. We're going to get into the practical stuff now of stuff you can do in the game to actually get more mod materials and make your roster look better. It's the episode track and pass, and I'm going to go back to grind here in a moment because I forgot something. But the episode track and the episode pass, when you pull these up and you take a look at these, if you focus on getting yourself into the episode track and buying the episode pass, look at this, mod materials right here. Let's see more on the episode path. I'm going to keep my eye on the top two. There's more mod materials. These are really important. You're not going to get enough of these. You can't ever have enough of those in the game. Here's more mod materials for those, for anything above your 6 dot mods. Here's more. You actually don't need a ton of these. You'll get truckloads of these. But anyway, there's more mod materials. There are a lot of mod materials to farm here in the episode pass. If you dedicate yourself to farming it, there's more mod materials there. It's gonna feed your mods by paying attention to the episode track and making sure that you're pushing forward on there. But not only that, and I guess the top line doesn't really have any of the mod stuff. It's all given to us. It's all given to us free if we just work on the episode path, the base episode path in the game. But there's more than that. Can I get to the store from here? No. I don't see a way to get to the store from here. Anyway, that's unfortunate and weird. Okay, so let's take a look at the episode shipment store. You can not only can you buy mods in here, and I look at this and they're cheap. Like this blue dot mod was like 75. I mean, that's like nothing. Even this maxed out gold mod is 400. That's really cheap. If you find mods in here like this 2.5%, this protection mod with 4 speed and a crit damage, if you find mods in here with speed secondaries or a speed primary arrow, it's a great place just to buy some mods. They're pretty cheap. They're very affordable in there. Not only that, but you can buy materials. You can buy these Mark 1 amplifiers for 2,500 of your episode currency. I've been really focusing on these Mark 2 thermal exchange right here because I'm always running out of these. I'm always running out of these all of the time. This is the one you can see there. I've got plenty of these Mark II circuit breakers. This takes you from, when you hit 6 dots, it takes you up to the first tier in 6 dots as far as slicing them. And these I've got plenty of, but I'm just always short on these. That's what's really killed me here. You can also get micro attenuators. I think they're a little overpriced here, but that's up to you. That's not a horrible price for these. So you can get mod materials also in the episode pass and episode shipment. Let's go back to grind a little bit because I actually skipped a step on there. And the part of the grinding, and I'm gonna guys, grind. I'm not kidding. I don't say this lightly and with just kind of throwing it out there. If you don't work on your mods are going to be very bad, and you're not going to be as good of a player in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. You've got to embrace the grind. I forgot to mention mod battles and mod challenges here. In mod challenges, you can farm mods. You're always going to want to go to this final tier here. When I feel like I've got enough slicing materials. So when I'm looking at the slicing materials, I'm generally looking at these Mark 1 Fusion discs. I got 360 of those. I'm targeting 300. When I get to 300, and I'll get in this mods 101. But when I get enough of these farmed, and I feel like I've got enough to upgrade my mods, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to go back over to here to mod challenges, and I'm going to farm the mods I need. I'm going to go over here. I'm going to sim this. I'm going to say, okay, I just got a bunch of speed mods that now I can work on those mods, and I can grind away on these mods that I got. I don't know if they have any speed secondaries, but we'll find out if we can get them speed secondaries on down the road. Yeah, none of them didn't roll any speed secondaries. So I will say that I spend probably most of my time in mod battles farming the slicing stuff, and then some of my time when I got enough slicing materials in the mod challenges farming mods. We'll talk more about that in mods 101 as we move forward, but that is definitely part of the grind. Okay, moving on. Smugglers Run 1 and 2. Smugglers Run 1 and 2. We're gonna bring these up here for you. You've got to get involved in these. You have to be working on Smugglers Run 1 and 2 in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Now, for Smugglers Run 1, and both of these events, by the way, both these events run 3 times a month. Okay? 3 times a month, you get Smugglers Run 1 and you get Smugglers Run 2. 3 times every month. For Smugglers Run 1, you don't really need like amazing, massive smugglers. You do have to have a team of 5 smugglers. You probably need them up, I don't know, gear 11, you might need gear 12 on them. But you can get just a basic team of, Han Solo and Chewbacca are smugglers. Boba Fett is a smuggler, right? Isn't he a smuggler? Let me go pull that up there. I don't know. Let's go pull our smugglers up. So I should take a look at this. Any smugglers will do. Boba Fett is not a smuggler. He should be probably. I guess he's a bounty hunter. Okay, so Han and Chewie, you can farm Dash Rendar. Maybe you got Dash Rendar in one of your bundles, like a Star Killer bundle. Emphas Nest is one of my favorite farms in the game. I wish she was used. See, she needs a buff. We need to buff Emphas Nest. If you bought the Ed Dr. Afro bundle, Sana up there, Veteran Smuggler, Han and Chewie, they're going to work well for you here. If you've got them, you may have farmed them for Kylo or Rey, or maybe you bought them for. There's a lot of smugglers you can get in the game to get Smugglers Run 1 done, and you need to be working. You need to focus on it. Look, 3 times a month, you're going to get 18 mods. Well, let me scroll up on that. 18 mods a month. 6 5-dot health mods every time. 18 5-dot health mods every month on this. And you'll get a bunch of other mod slicing materials. These are valuable. Well, actually, I take it back. I'm sorry. You run it twice, 3 times a month. So we're going to take this times 6. 36. Sometimes you got to rethink about this stuff. 36 6-dot health mods every single month. And for these times 6, you get 30 of every single one. That is really, really valuable, and it's not hard to farm. You've got to get a smuggler team up and running. I probably haven't focused enough on that on my free-to-play guides. But then there's Smugglers Run 2. And Smugglers Run 2 times 6, again, 36 5-dot health mods. 120 of, you need 20 of these to get a 6-dot mod. You're gonna get 6-dot mods out of this and we've done the math. The math says that Smugglers Run 2 is worth over 10,000 credits when you look at the bundles you buy. We'll talk about bundles or packs later, but this 10,000 crystals, not credit, crystals, 10,000 credits. That's like wake up, blow your nose, get 10,000 credits. Smugglers Run 2 is worth so much, 10,000 crystals or more on your account. You have to have Jabba the Hutt for Smugglers Run 2. Jabba is required, and you can run Hutt Cartel in there. I don't think you have to have also. I think you can. Yeah, you just run Hutt Cartel in that. So Jabba the Hutt and Hutt Cartel, but he's required for Smugglers Run 2. But the value, and this is why I push so hard for Jabba the Hutt on accounts in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I think he should be your first Galactic Legend you really target in this game. is the return on investment of mods that you get from having Jabba on your roster in Smuggler's Run 2 is unmatched for any other return on investment in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Smuggler's Run 2 is super, super important in this game, and you've got to work on it. Smuggler's Run 1 and 2, these are important, invaluable, irreplaceable ways to improve your mods and get mod materials in Star Wars Galaxy, and mods themselves in Star Wars Galaxy Heroes. Coming up next, a kind of a new addition, especially since the last time we made this video, Poncho Bros and Peridea Pals. And by Poncho Bros, of course, we are talking about, you know what, I should have made like a squad for this. We can go make, well, we won't make a squad. We won't do it now, but the Poncho Bros, we're talking about farming Master Qui-Gon and Padawan Obi-Wan. I've got them at Relic 7 on my roster. You really only need to have them at 7 stars and Gear 8, and I'll show you in a second. So Master Qui-Gon and Padawan Obi-Wan, and then the other team we look at that is of similar returns is going to be Night Trooper, Captain Enoch, and Death Trooper Peridea. These two run you up with assault battles. There are 2 assault battles. There are new assault battles in the game. Duel of the Fates assault battles and the Peridea Patrol, which is why we call them the, yes, there we go. This is the Duel of the Fates assault battle. This requires Padawan Obi-Wan and Master Qui-Gon at 7 stars. Actually, you can do the assault battle at less than 7 stars. You'll get more shards to them. You'll get some credits. The credits aren't a bad thing either. You'll get some rewards for doing the Duel of the Fates with them at less than 7 stars. But once you get them to 7 stars, and by the way, they're a Cantina farm, so it's not all that super duper massive investment. They're only single shard farmable right now, but if you farm them every day, you can get them both to 7 stars in like a month and a half, whatever. From base, it might be a couple months, but it'll take you a little time, but you can get them farmed up to 7 stars. When you get to 7 stars in Gear 8, you don't have to invest any Kyrotex. You can get this tier done, and it'll give you these mod materials every single month. That's basically the same as Smuggler's Run. You get this 6 times a month of Smuggler's Run. Basically, I know there's small differences. I get it. And we look at Smuggler's Run 2. Smuggler's Run 2, you get that. Smuggler's Run, you get this. So you get this every month. Once a month, you run this assault battle with Duel of the Fates, and the same is true on the Peridea Patrol. It's the exact same thing for Peridea Patrol, farming your Peridea Pals. Now, there's a difference there in the farming. When you look at your Peridea Pals, Night Trooper, Captain Enoch, Death Trooper, these guys are regular energy node farms, and they're single node farmable. This is a pretty long farm. If you didn't get them in the marquees that came out, that's like a 6-month farm. If you did the marquees, you did the episode, you might be able to farm them up to stuff in 4.5 months, but it's a 6-month farm for you. So that's quite an investment, and maybe you wait till they're double shard farmable this fall. Whatever. That's more of an investment in the Peridea Pals. But the Poncho Bros, Master Qui-Gon, and Padawan Obi-Wan, these are 2 guys that you can farm up to 7 stars relatively quickly. You can get in there and you can start getting yourself mod materials every month in the Duel of the Fates assault battle. So yeah, Poncho Bros and Peridea Pals. And I'll say one more note on this. If you are buying a lot or all of the Lightspeed bundles in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, I highly recommend both of these teams. You're going to be behind on mods, you're going to be struggling for mods, and you're already buying all the old stuff, so let's farm the new stuff. And of course, in 2025, it's highly likely, if not, guaranteed, we will get 1 or 2 more of these assault battles with more characters that give us these advanced assault battles. So farm these characters. They're going to be a great boon on your roster for mods. So yeah, don't just get that done. Make sure you're farming those characters. Mod shop. Hey, I don't focus on the mod shop a lot on this channel. I feel like I want to be careful about advising people about paying for mods in the mod shop. You can get good mods here, but you've got to be careful, because just like with your real money in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, that, by the way, I'll say it again, if you're spending money, track it. Keep a spreadsheet. Keep a running total of how much money you're spending, because you might outspend yourself, okay? I say it all the time, just dropping it here. the mod shop here. I've got 125 million credits right now. So I can afford right now to come in and spend some of my regular credits. I can even afford to come in and spend some shipbuilding materials on some mods. With that said, there is a thought process in the game right now with these new assault battles, because the new assault battles, the Duel of the Fates and the Peridea Patrol that we just talked about, they give out a lot of credits. You're getting like an extra 6 to 10 million credits, I think, from those assault battles every month, and that's way far eclipses any other credit rewards we've ever seen in this game by like a mile. It puts Credit Heist to shame. And we're starting to wonder if there's going to be something coming up in the game that requires us to spend a lot of credits. So just, you've been forewarned about that. Be aware. Now, there are some accounts in the game that have billions of credits, so whatever. But I got 125 million. I feel like when I get over 50 million regular credits and over 30 million shipbuilding materials, I'm okay to come in here and spend some credits on buying some mods. Now, what am I looking for? I'm looking for mods in the mod shop. I'm looking for some very specific things. Generally, I'm going to be looking for 5.gold mods. I don't want to be paying money for mods, and yeah, it's a little cheaper. 3.91 million here for a gold one, 3.48 million for a purple one. Yeah, it's a little bit cheaper, but not a lot. Not a lot. So I'm looking for primarily these gold dot mods. I'm looking for 5-speed. I really, just generally speaking, I don't want to come in here and buy a 3-speed secondary 3-speed mod. I can farm that. I can get that. Whatever. I'm not looking for 3. I want to start with 5. And the only one I see here right now is this one right here, which that's not a good mod to buy. Potency primary, protection arrow. You want a speed arrow. And there's not a lot of places where I want a potency protection. Maybe a B2 battle droid or something, or maybe Jedi Master Luke. I don't know. I'm trying to think of stuff now. Maybe Palpatine. Anywho, that's not a great mod. I'm not going to buy that mod. My focus is, generally speaking, gold, 5 dot, and they're all 5 dot, but gold mods with a 5-speed secondary. Now, a caveat to that, if there's a very specific mod combination that I'm looking for, and I'm in the mood to, and I've got enough credits, I feel like I'm good enough to go spend in here, which again, I don't do it often. I do it sometimes when I've got a dearth of credits. That's right, a dearth. If you don't know what it means, Google will tell you. I'll look for like specific mods that have specific combos that make sense for my roster. A speed square is pretty common, and squares and diamonds are going to always have offense and defense. That's always their primaries. A circle will have health or protection, so maybe I'm looking for a health circle, which we don't have here, a health circle with a health primary. Maybe I'm specifically looking for that, or a health circle with a protection primary. Maybe I'm specifically looking for a tenacity triangle with a crit damage primary. And I come in here, and all of a sudden, boom, there it is. And it's blue. It's a blue tenacity triangle with a crit damage primary, and it's got a speed secondary on there. Even if it's only 3 speed, but I really need that for my Enfys Nest, for my Chewbacca. My Chewbacca really needs that, or my 3PO, my Chewpio really needs that. I might buy that mod at that point. I might not. It's kind of, but maybe I've got some very specific ideas of mine. Maybe I need a protection, an offense mod with a protection primary and force, any speed. I might buy that if it makes sense for a certain character, a certain set of characters that I'm working on at the moment. So that's the other place I look. I don't come in the mod shop often. When I do, I want to make sure I've got at least 50 million credits here. And that's a bare minimum. We might even, if you're doing Duel of the Fates and the Peridea Pals, you might bump that up to 100 million credits at minimum, and at least 40 or 50. I mean, you just make sure you're comfortable, and you don't want to spend this down to nothing. You want to have these available to upgrade characters and gear levels and everything you do in the future. So keep that in mind. The mod shop is available. You use it on a limited basis and only as it fits your roster. And if you got billions of credits, it shouldn't hurt you at all to buy some mods in here. And finally, we look at here buying packs or purchasing bundles of mod stuff in the store. As it happens today, and by the way, I'm gonna say right now, I've been playing this game for 9.5 years, or 9 years, and well, 9 years, 9 years flat, basically right now. I don't believe, if I did, I don't remember it, I don't believe I've ever bought a mod pack or a mod bundle here in the store. I don't think I've ever once done that. I feel like there's other things to spend your money on unless you're completely farmed up. And even if you're completely farmed up, there's going to be a bunch of marquee characters and a bunch of stuff to farm here in the near future. So you don't get anything out of bronze gems. I just saw that and did it, by the way. Habits. As it happens right now, there are no mod packs available in the shop. So I turned to our favorite pal, Reddit, and I found an old post from 5 months. That's not that old. 5 months ago. Okay, this is a post on a mod bundle that's available. It was available for $18.99 on the PC client. You can see you can buy these mod upgrade materials. And this post here. What the? Thanks a lot for that. I might have to black that out. You can see here it kind of breaks down the cost of everything, and it shows you that you're saving $25. So you're getting good value out of this. I just don't think I've ever bought one of these. And this is why I go last, so that I think most of us who are spending in the game list are very end game list. We're big time spenders. We're not going to go out and spend $20 on a mod pack, but they are available. You do generally get a good deal out of them. And this is a pretty good example of one here that you do have good value out of if you're looking to buy the packs. It's not something I've ever done, so I can't recommend it to you, but it is something that is available to you if you are looking to that. You can go to the mod shop. And finally, goodbye, packs. Sometimes you click the wrong button in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. Finally, what I'd like to say here in closing, grind. I just have to tell you guys, I said it before, I'll say it again here as we close out the video. There is no way that you will improve your mods in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes if you are not grinding and setting aside time and prioritizing farming mods with your mod energy, getting mods in all the ways you talked about with your episode track, your Smugglers Run 1 and 2, getting mods and mod materials that way. Let's see here, what else we got? The Duel of the Fates and the Poncho, Peridea Poncho Pals, Assault Battles, the mod shop. If you're not working on them and you don't set aside time to actually work and grind your mods, check out Mods 101. I'll have a new one out again here in the next week. You are not going to improve your mods. You will not be able to track your progress because you won't be making any progress in the game for your mods. And there you go. That is everything I have to say about how to improve your mods in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. I don't want you to forget the grind, so I'm going to leave it up there the whole way through. Everybody, please let me know in comments your experience with mods, how it's working for you, how it's not working for you. I will talk to everyone very soon. I do hope you have a great day. And of course, always remember, Nooch too good.